In a broken-down neighborhood, where teenagers wandered aimlessly, David stood on the sidelines. Though surrounded by temptation, he wasn't sure where he fit in. The voices of his peers echoed, pulling him toward a path he wasn't ready to walk. At home, things were different. David's parents were devoted Christians and their home was filled with prayer and peace. But while his family prayed, David's heart was elsewhere, torn between what he knew was right and the pull of the world outside. One day, David found himself in an alley with friends, boys who boasted and pressured him to join their way of life. He hesitated, knowing that following them meant stepping away from the values he'd been taught. In a quiet corner of the neighborhood, David took his first step into a world of poor choices. His heart raced as he faced the pressure head-on, unsure of what this would mean for his future. Before long, David found himself trapped. Alone in his room, late at night, he struggled with the weight of his growing addiction. The shame he felt only pushed him further away from the light, as he battled in silence, afraid to ask for help. The temptation became a daily fight. David often slipped away to secluded spots, hiding from the world, consumed by guilt and frustration. One day, as David stood at a quiet street corner, a group of Christian friends approached him. They spoke with kindness, sharing the hope of Jesus. David listened. In that moment, something shifted inside him. That night, alone in his room, David fell to his knees. With tears streaming down his face, he prayed for the first time in a long time. He asked Jesus to forgive him, to free him from the chains of addiction. And in that moment, he felt a peace that he had never known. David's life began to change. His friends noticed it too. David wasn't just changed for himself. Now he led his friends in prayer, guiding them toward the same hope that had saved him. His journey had come full circle, from the darkness of addiction to the light of salvation.